We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. And off we go from forefield. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. So the Lions come out, and they are led again by Jared Goff. Already year 10 in the league, and half of those 10 with the Lions. Remember, took the Rams to a Super Bowl as well. What a year last year, Greg. Second in passing yards in the NFL.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step. And a strong performance here certainly helped him achieve that goal.
It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On play action, Goff. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he'll be out of bounds, down at the 20. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Now the first carry for the Alabama speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
On 4th down, that brings Jake Bates out for the Lions field goal. This from 40 yards out. Bates' kick is good. And the Lions are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good positive result.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the 2nd straight year. The #1 pick in the 2024 draft. It's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
2nd and 10. Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So I don't hate this call, Mike. You think it's 3rd and short. Everyone's at or near the line of scrimmage. There's a lot of green grass downfield in the passing game. Traditionally, though, I'm a little more comfortable with this call when you've made the decision that even if it falls incomplete, you're going for it on 4th down. So I don't love 3rd and short, bomb, punt. I do love 3rd and short, okay, you fail, I'm going to go for it on 4th down.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Lions offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead, see if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. Goff is going to tap this one forward. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, that defense had that pegged from the jump, Mike. They tried to catch him a little off guard by doing a jet sweep to the wide receiver. There was no going anywhere on the outside. Great pursuit by the defense. No gain.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9. Goff going to get this out to St. Brown. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
From the gun, it's Goff. He'll get this one complete to St. Brown. It's been a busy 1st quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
They'll go play action with Goff. Going left side, and it's taken in by Williams. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Goff going to throw here on 1st and 10. He's got room at the 30. Yeah, and he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Detroit. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry in the carry part, Greg. That was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Lions are out to a 10-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Off play action. Here's Williams. He'll step up and run this. 10 yards on the scramble there. And he picks up the first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Bears first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Here's carry number 1 for Roschon Johnson. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
At the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's second and 6. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Now Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it third and inches.
Here's third down and a few inches. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's fourth down.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
On the ground, it's Swift. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Chicago.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Good run after a good run. This one for 14 yards and another first down.
Starting to see a back right now, Mike, that's finding his way with this defense. Back-to-back big gains. Have to see, do they just continue to ride the hot hand, or do they start putting the ball in the air?
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. Brings up second down.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Give up the middle with Swift. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, it's Cairo Santos on for the Bears field goal. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Bears are on the board. It's now 10-3.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Cairo Santos, following the made field goal, back out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. And he's been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers here in the first half. This defense is going to need to find a way to key in on him because he's eating them up right now. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Isaac to Sloth. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. Tonight's start to the drive, a gain of 10, and a quick first down.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. So after 1, 10-3 is our score. And we are back to the Motor City in a moment. Lions ball to begin the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 7 as we are ready to get back underway. Off the play fake, here's Goff. It is caught left side by St. Brown. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. 1st down, Detroit.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Grady Jarrett getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
We've seen a little bit of a transformation across the defensive tackle position. And what I mean, Mike, is years ago, they were on the interior of the line to stuff the run. They were big bodies taking up space. Now, not only do you have to defend the run, you have to be able to win one-on-one matchups and get to the quarterback.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Right side, it's Laporta, the tight end. And he's out of bounds, gain of about 10, so that'll help as they get set to face a 3rd down.
It's actually a really nice job there on 2nd down, putting this into a 3rd and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that 1st down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Lions will extend their lead. So, after his field goal, Bates back out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bears offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They're in a 10-point hole. It's 13-3 as this drive starts with 1st down. They'll go play action here with Williams. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Aiden Hutchinson in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. That complete to Swift. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6.
Man, he fit that one in a tight window. One thing he showed off was his arm strength and his accuracy, but in the grand scheme of things, it didn't really amount to much.
It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. 18 yards on the connection. Good for a Bears 1st down.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Chicago.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle 3rd of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. Oh, he didn't need much. I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing second and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss, and it brings up fourth down.
Here's Torrey Taylor now. He's on for the second time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now, headed back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with first down. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. And quickly out to Williams. And he gets him 6 yards closer before going out of bounds. And it's third down coming up.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game, where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Now, faking the give. He's got Laporte open on the left side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
Over the middle, he's got St. Brown. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
They're going to run out of the gun with Gibbs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Throwing on second down. Goff. And he's in. Jamison Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
And that was just a great drive. Really from start to finish, Mike, you could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm. Mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. And you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns. Man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Bates now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Lions add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. Duvernay on the return. Whoa! He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. That's over the middle and taken in by Odunze. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches at the 33-yard line.
2nd and inches. Throwing is Williams. He's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Aiden Hutchinson in for the sack. It is a loss of 8. And now it's 3rd down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him. And as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked. And the defense is able to get home.
Third, they need 8. Williams. Throw on the run is complete. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now Williams. He'll send this one deep for Odunze. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big-time play for the Bears. 41 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield, perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the Lions' 22-yard line.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throw it again. It's Williams. Working his way out left. Less than 2 minutes to play in this first half. Greg and I back from Ford Field in Detroit in a moment. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. That is caught back corner of the end zone. DJ Moore. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely, and I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He's got it. And the Bears are able to cut the deficit to 10.
Lions 20, Bears 10.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. From the gun, it's Goff. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll be 3rd down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Here's the Lions punt team now. Devin Duvernay back deep for Chicago. Get something there on the return, able to take this back to the 20-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
At the 20-yard line.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
That'll be taken in by Moore. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle four. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts, you can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And the stoppage comes with 23 seconds left on the first half clock. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Williams to the air once more. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try to throw again. Here's Williams. Forced out wide. And a nice run. It'll be close to the first down, protecting himself, sliding at the end. The Bears go ahead, take their third and final timeout, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Third and 2. Here we go. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Williams on the scramble. Alex Anzalone on the tackle.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Duvernay on the return. Crazy.
The Bears take over first.
The Bears offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Here's Williams now to throw. That's complete. It's Odunze.
Williams pass. Complete to number 15, Will Odunze. A 5-yard gain. Brings up second down at the 31-yard line.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 4. Now Williams going to keep it himself. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Chicago.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Bears.
And this is really an area, Mike, that he excels in. He makes the right decision to keep the ball himself, and then when he hits the hole, he doesn't stop until he picks up the first down.
On this first down, it's Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 44. Jack Campbell, the former first-round pick, there to wrap him up.
Brings up second down.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Now Williams. He takes off. And he'll avoid the contact, sliding down, pick up a 6, and it'll be third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Third down, 3 to go. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down, Chicago.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
25 yards.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup and get a fresh set of downs.
Trying to use that big body to go forward. Going to get to the line of scrimmage, but nothing after that.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's Williams. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. And he'll take this one in. Olamide Zacchaeus. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Santos for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Bears are back within a field goal. The lead is 3.
17.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Here's Craig Reynolds to return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At
That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. Laporta in motion. On 1st and 10. Here's Goff. That's caught by Gibbs. And he'll be driven out of bounds, and that's a pickup of 8.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On play action, Goff throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. A 19-yard pickup there. Good for a Lions first down.
For a Lions first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. Defense is thinking run here. It's 2nd and short, so they go with play action. Leads to an easy first down. Really well done.
Here's a handoff to Gibbs, left side. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down.
At the 16-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead. There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
A loss of 2.
This is pretty impressive from the big guy in the middle, Mike. I mean, typically we see these guys make most of their plays on the interior of the defense. They're big bodies, they're run stuffers. But look at the athleticism here as he's able to get outside the numbers and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's gone. That is caught at the 3. And he'll take it on in. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdowns, Detroit.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Here's Bates for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Lions will extend this third quarter lead.
Lions 27, Bears 17.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. So after the touchdown, It's Bates to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Out comes Caleb Williams and the rest of this Bears offense. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the left side, he's got Komet.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, they felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd down. To throw is Williams. Open man, left side, he's got it. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. Good for a Bears first down.
First down, Bears.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start. There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
2nd and 10. Throwing again, Williams. Here's a screen taken in by Swift. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Williams. He'll let it go deep left sideline. He's got it! And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. An even 40 yards.
Once he saw the defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
On 1st down, it's Swift. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
Swift, the ball carrier. He was taken down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Swift. The Bears are going to have it 1st and goal. He'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
1st and goal, Chicago.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a 1st down.
To throw, it's Williams. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
pushed back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Throwing is Williams. Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver and incomplete. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Looking back, slinged it across his body and connected.
As a play caller, those are the plays that just drive you crazy, Mike. You think you're going to pick up the first down, you get tackled just shy of the sticks, and now a little bit of a gamble here on 4th down.
Field goal will make it a one-score game, but they want more here on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Williams. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. That's Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit offense heading out for their next possession. They'll need to get something positive going right away here. Ball starts inside their own 1-yard line. This is Gibbs. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that's the first thought in your mind, running a play from the 1. If you're the defense, trap them back behind the line, get a safety, and that's exactly what they do with the good stop there.
This is one of those situations, Mike, where the defense really understands what's coming. They know the offensive point of view is to just try to give themselves a little breathing room, move it away from the goal line, and in this case, they're able to capitalize, make the tackle for loss, and it leads to the safety.
So now, after the safety, here comes a free kick from the 20-yard line.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
Scott, thanks. Probably a tough halftime for the defensive coordinators, trying to do something to slow down these offenses. What a show they put on in the first half. That is caught out wide on the RPO. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd down at the Lions' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Here's Swift. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Chicago.
And the Bears' first down.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
I think that's just a case of a right call at the wrong time, Mike. You typically want to run a draw in more of an obvious passing situation. In this case, the defense was expecting run, and they're able to just eat up that draw play.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. That's out left and complete to Burton. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Bears first down.
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day.
First and 10. Fourth quarter begins on the ground with Swift. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's third down.
Here is a big one. Third down and 2. They will run it over center with Swift. And he's going to have a Bears first down. They're able to convert on third and short, picking up 4.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on third down. Yes, it is the fourth quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's first and 10. Another run here, another run by Swift. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's first and goal coming up.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for. We don't give these big guys enough credit, Mike, just how fast these defensive tackles really are. Here he uses his speed to break through, take the back down for a loss.
Second and goal, now it's from the 6-yard line. Working out of the gun, here's what... the pressure, too much, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on third and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. Over the middle, that's Komet.
I'm an aggressive guy by nature, Mike, so whenever I get fourth and short in plus territory, I want to go for it. You're not going to win many games in this league settling for field goals. You have to capitalize when you find yourself in a position to score.
They'll go. It's Swift. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They'll operate from their own 3-yard line as they try to put something together here on this drive. It's first and 10. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. So they start this on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
They'll stay on the ground. Again, Montgomery. Room up the sideline to the 20. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. A big play after being backed up. It's a gain of 34.
And this is the point of the game, Mike, where you really can start leaning on your run game and try to close this game out. You've got the lead, you're in the fourth quarter, and they're able to pop off a big run.
A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in, and that'll go down as an incompletion.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think. Here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
On second down, Goff. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To the right side, that's St. Brown. He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now, and a first down to boot.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Gibbs. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Goff. That ball is caught on the sideline, and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. That's good for 11, and a first down.
First down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on third down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
He's got Laporta open on the left side. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Lions. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
Here's Gibbs. Some room to run as he takes it down to the 2-yard line.
The 2-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now here's 2nd and goal. Gibbs. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
Out of the shotgun, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that third down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this fourth down after failing on third.
They'll go for it. Here's Goff. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Bates now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
19.
So after the touchdown, it's Bates to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Bears offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Williams. A quick slant into the hands of Odunze. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Not much happening there, just a short gain.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now Williams. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Ball's incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to be 3rd down.
Everybody in that defensive huddle just continues to remind themselves, you know they're going to take shots. They're going to try to throw the ball over your head and see if they can generate a big play. So continue to defend it just like they did there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Connection made. It's Burden. A gain there of 15. 1st down, Chicago.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time, he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Throw it again. It's Williams. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
13 yards.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Bears first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm.
And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Throwing on second down, Williams. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's third down.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, the sound deafening in the dome. It's third down. They try to set up the screen here to Swift. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
They'll drop to throw. He'll step up and he's in! Caleb Williams! Touchdown, Chicago. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just one here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game.
26.
A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it, but now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
So Jared Goff and the Lions offense getting set for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Off the play fake, here's Goff. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and Frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Throwing on second down. Goff. That's a short one caught by Laporta. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Goff gives it to Gibbs. Finding space at the 15. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
From 6 yards out, it's 1st and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win here for the Lions. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Lions as we say so long from downtown Detroit.